Hey folks, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Evil Dungeon Master here for the Evil Dungeon Master Universe channel here on YouTube. I'm going to continue along with the series here on my channel for Unisystem, Army of Darkness, Buffy Universe, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the magic system because it's a little bit complex when it comes to magic. When it comes to Army of Darkness, the magic system in the book actually tells you that characters really don't use magic, and usually it's only the evil side that uses it. It goes over a little bit of it, but it's more in depth if you look at the Buffyverse book. So we're going to flip over to that. That's why I have it up. I only have pages 156 here to 165 chopped up, so you can kind of see what it is. So magic is like a central element in the Buffy universe where anybody with the right knowledge and resources can use it. Its magic is very powerful, unpredictable, and has unintended consequences. Even a successful casting a spell can result in side effects, emphasizing the risky nature of using magic. There are types of magic in this world, like often tied, like dark magic. It's often tied to demons and ancient rituals, carrying signifying risks and dangers. There's light magic, usually associated with healing and protection, but the line between dark and light is often blurred sometimes. Spells and rituals, the most common form of magic in this system, invokes supernatural entities, spirits, gods, demons through these spells and rituals. There are magical objects here in the game. Some powerful objects from different dimensions or demon age hold intrinsic magical power. So there are a couple roles in the spells that you need to do when you're actually thinking about having a magical casting character, and that is one of rituals and components. Most spells require a ritual in this game, which could be as simple as speaking the words or as complex as performing a specific action under certain conditions. There are languages and pronunciations that you should be getting right. Many spells are ancient languages, and a mispronunciation can lead to the spell going wrong. Again, this is all kind of based on the Buffy show itself. So they kind of wrote it so that it would be focusing on the show. So when you looked at it, it would work the same way. This is a cinematic universe. So they're thinking in TV movie terms here. Now, you've all seen the show probably at one point or another. And when they perform magic, it's generally not like this. Though you did see Willow do a lot of things when she turned into Darth Willow, so to speak. Uh, anyway, there's preparation when it comes to casting these magic. You got to find the right ingredients, set up the right space, and choose the right time are essential for casting the spell. Basic spell casting in this game uh, requires, like I said, a lot of preparation and consideration, not something that can be done on the whim, though it does have some things that you can do on the whim. For game mechanics, each spells have power levels and strength requirements, ingredients, and effective outcomes for each spell. There are different types of magic in here, and witches and warlocks are the experts and considered in magic, are able to use it more effectively and efficiently. Most people in the game are ritualistic magic users, people that know how to do ceremony magic and stuff like that. And then there's the warlocks and the witches that and the sorceress who have the ability to do it on the whim. So to getting to actually how it works is done the following way. The book goes as far as to say that it's better when you're fighting specific creatures like vampires to actually just physically fight them versus combat casting spells. They kind of put a damper on people playing the witches and warlocks, though it does give you some things to do with the two things to put together. You got to use willpower and sorcery usually to determine how these things work, and you put the two of those together, and that's the strength of how you're going to do your spell. There are some spells that they do provide some examples of things that you could do instantly in combat, but it's not something you're going to be doing right away. It's something you have to learn over time. So it's not like you're going to be walking out there like a magic user in Dungeons and Dragons and boom, 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 and you're throwing spells. Some things they have listed in here is a fireball, but each of them has its own side effect to deal with it. Like a failed roll might cause a fireball to explode prematurely and set the caster on fire. So you can do things, and there's the ritualistic way, and then there's a quick cast, which is the one you're doing during combat. You need to get a higher level to get those done. You could do a telekinetic push. Again, side effect. It might push a different target, or might push you or an ally out of the way. There's a lightning strike that you can do. Is high effective damage, but side effects misfire result in the bolt striking an unintended target or the caster himself. So there's a lot of things to consider when casting spells in this game, and they really kind of defer off of you playing this. They don't want you to be a magic user, though they do cover witches and witchcrafts and rituals and stuff. Rituals are fine. They go over those in quite some detail of using the sorcery quality and having the time to do it. But when you're playing a role-playing game, generally when you want to cast spells, you're going to want to cast spells. You're not going to want to sit there and do a ritual because, I mean, I guess you could do a ritual and have fun with that in the game, especially if it's going to take down a big bad somehow. Why not? So go ahead and crack open the Buffyverse, the revised edition. If you have the regular edition, it's fine. There was only 9 or something pages added to the revised to add more to the seasons of the show, and they corrected some things in it, but they go over a lot of the basic spell casting, the lingo, and the purpose. So you got to do a lot of research when it comes to being a spellcaster so you can get your spells. So there's always that thing to take in consideration. The GM has to figure out ways for you to do things. And you'll be using your willpower and your occultism skill when you're doing research to try to figure out how to do a spell faster. There is an ability called quick casting, and it's really up to the director to look, or the GM, to look at the spell and decide it's a lower power spell. Will you be able to quick cast this spell? And obviously, quick casting spells takes a lot out of you, of your life force. So you could do a couple spells here and there, but then you're going to be wiped. Just like in the TV show when they casted spells like that, they were kind of wiped afterwards of doing it. So take that into consideration when you're doing these things as well. A character who casts spells will probably start with a couple spells under their belt, according to the book here on page 160. And it's up to the GM to decide what it is and how much they know and what they've mastered. So go over this with your game master and decide how you want to handle this in the game. Most people don't care for spells, but it really depends on the game master and how it works. Hopefully this has given you something to think about when it comes to Army of Darkness or playing in the Buffy universe or Unisystem cinematic. It's a fun system to play, and as I'm doing right now, I've translated all this into a Shadowrun game that I'm running here on my channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, feel free. It's called Unisystem Shadowrun. Here on the channel, it's an audio only thing, but also don't forget to click on the link to join this channel for 99 cents a month. You could become a member of this channel and get access to videos early and a Friday stream for members only, as well as you can head to ko-fi.com/evilDam to make a donation, or buymeacoffee.com/evilDam if you just want to make a one-time donation. With that said, I'm going to head out. Keep it original, keep it old school. Good night and God bless.
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet from your